Mindy's got a question about grounding. Is that something I should be doing? What exactly is it? Okay. First, what is it? Grounding is where you bring your energies to a place where you are literally, figuratively connected to the energies of the earth. So, for example, when you find you're stuck in your head and your thoughts and you can't make a decision, you're emotionally all over the place, and as well in your environment around you, like in your home or when you're out and about, you don't feel connected. Your energy's focused on the upper part of you and your chakras. Okay. So the energy's wafting around. The larger part of your energy body is super active in this area. When you ground, it asks the energy to be shared throughout the rest of you so that you can feel stable. That's the easiest way I can put that. There are many more highfalutin ways of saying that, but for clarity, it just brings your energies to a better balance throughout your physical body and your energy body. And to ground, I mean, you can Google this. This is all over the internet, and lots of people have very simple ways of doing it, and some have very complex ways of doing it. The easiest way I find to do grounding is, if at all possible, to go outside, take your shoes and socks off and stand on the earth, not on cement. Just stand on some grass and dirt. Now, it's getting cold in North America in some parts, but I think, Mindy, for you, it's kind of temperate, right? So you might be able to go out and just stand. And what do? You breathe. You stand there and you think about your feet. Let's just start there. Here's the other thing. You don't need to do this on grass. You can do this anywhere. And I've talked about this before, I think, when you get out of bed in the morning, the first thing you do is put your feet on the floor. You sit up in your bed, right? And you put your feet on the floor. Nobody's hovering. We all got to put our feet down. Hey, Jax, welcome. At that point, when you put your feet on the ground, whether you're on the 12th floor of an apartment building or you're in your own home or you're somewhere else, it doesn't matter. Put your feet on the floor and think about the bottoms of your feet. And in the bottoms of your feet, you have chakras. Okay, so we talk about the energy centers being in our bodies, right? And that this is where energy moves in us, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually, on all those layers. This is what we do as living beings. We have this energy that kind of moves in these energy centers. So while we have 7 major energy centers, we have minor energy centers too. 2 of them are in the bottoms of our feet. So like our palms, just think of the palm of your foot as having that energy center, okay? And just think about it. Put your mind there. And if you don't feel anything, it's okay. But what you're going to do is know, hey, Otterly, welcome. What you're going to do, Mindy, is just think about the center of your foot having a big root. This comes from the center of your body, about 2 inches below your belly button. Okay? This is called your hara line. And it's going to go between your legs straight down into the ground. And while your feet are anchors there, this energy line also travels with that root. And they all travel at the same time and pull your energy into the ground. And you start to feel balanced. You start to feel even keel. You start to feel a little more stable. That's the concept of grounding. There's lots of ways you can do grounding. So you can look it up, but it is very beneficial when you find that you're living in your head just a little too much. And for me, bruising. 100%. I smash myself into doorknobs and coffee tables. And when I find that I'm bruising myself because I'm bumping into my physical environment, I realize I'm way up here too much. I need to spend some time outside, and I need to do it repeatedly and just give it some time to rebalance me. Okay? So that's it. Mindy says, okay, you told me about walking barefoot on earth. I heard someone say it needs to be done after a Reiki session. Yes. I'm in bed falling asleep. It's okay. You can fall asleep. You don't got to do this right now. The second part of your question is, should you be doing it? There's no should in anything. I'm not going to prescribe anything to you. If you feel like doing it because you feel like you could get a personal benefit from it, then you go do it. It's like anything else in life. There are no shoulds. Don't let people be telling you what you should be doing. Decide from a place of joy and understanding and maybe leaning into possibility, probability, and opportunity for change to go do it. This is on your dime, not on mine. I'm not going to tell you you should. Is it beneficial? I'd say for most people, yeah. I'm not going to say 100% because I don't know everybody 100%. But I'm going to say, sure, if you want to try it, give it a go. It's up to you entirely. I'm not going to take that power away from you. You decide. Okay? There was a question earlier about the feet. Oh, grounding. Mindy's question about grounding and whether it's necessary in Reiki. And it's true. It's necessary. After a full 1 hour or whatever, give or take a couple minutes here and there, Reiki session in situ with a person, it is really important that the Reiki master go to the bottoms of the feet. So you'll be laying down on a table, your head here and your feet here. And as the Reiki master does whatever they do in their methodology, and at the end of the session, I always do this motion where I put my arm out and I have my arm up here. And what I'm doing is about 6 to 12 inches above them. I'm feeling what's changed, what's shifted. Is there anything that feels like it's kind of bunged up, coagulated, thick, unnecessary, itchy, foggy, whatever? And I go and it's called sweeping, and I sweep the energy until I don't feel it. And where I feel it is here and here. I'll literally feel it. So I'll do that until I feel like, yeah, it's kind of cool now and calm. And then I go to the feet and I hold the bottoms of the feet in the palm of the foot. I don't know what that area is called. You know, the center of your foot where your arch is. There's a chakra there. So I will put my hands on the bottoms of their feet and I wait. And I wait to see if it feels calm, quiet, or if there's just a steady movement. Those are the things I look for. Most of the time, if my sweep has been done thoroughly and well, I get there and things feel normal. Sometimes I get information about movement of energy, but it's okay. And it's important to do that. In these 10-minute sessions, there's not enough going on that I need to sit and conceptually think about everybody's feet. I'm not going to do that. That's unnecessary. But I also have asked that you get what you need most for this point in time. So if at the end of a session, a distance session, if I've been with someone for an hour, I build that into the session where I work it in, right? If it's for an hour. Most distance sessions when I work with clients are 20 minutes. I don't normally do an hour unless I got something going on with that client and they're on a specific kind of program with me, and that's individually designed and sorted out. Most of the time, it's 20 minutes is that's a distance session. So that answers that question for you, Mindy, about whether it's necessary. If you're in situ, it's necessary. Yeah. And it's just part of the closing down process as well. And when the Reiki master's done that, we stop and, we kind of just are grateful for the connection we have. And everybody's got their own methodology as a Reiki master, how they close out and what they do. And that's the ceremony that is part of them and part of the way that they act as a professional Reiki practitioner or Reiki master. Okay, great. Okay, good. Thanks for the question, Mindy. I know that probably other people have never heard that as well. So to go back, and I'll give you a story based on the bottoms of the feet not being grounded. I had a client when I had my clinic in Kuala Lumpur, which Lale has been to. And I loved that room. That was the nicest room. But I had a client who was coming very frequently for a long time. And there was a time, I think I told you guys this before, where she was rushing to something else. And I'm like, yo, calm down and just sit at the edge of the table for a minute. And she didn't. She hopped off the table. And as she hopped off the table and her feet went to hit the ground, her left foot hit the ground, no problem. Her right foot went like that. It and she twisted her ankle. And I'm like, what did I just say? What? And she's, ow, kind of thing. And I'm like, what the hell was that? She said, where's the ball? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she said, I stood on a ball. When I came off the table, put my feet down, I stood on a ball and the ball rotated and she twisted her ankle. And I'm like, whoa, yeah, no, there's no ball there for you to stand on. It was energy under your foot that hadn't been ameliorated. It hadn't been absorbed in, it hadn't moved where it needs to go. And it was just literally a ball of energy sitting there. She physically responded to that unseen presence of energy sitting there, which sounds cuckoo, I know. But yeah, I saw it. I'm going to call it what it is. And this is where, as a Reiki master, over the years, I've seen so many weird things going on, and I'm skeptical to begin with. But I looked at it and go, okay, I don't know everything. There's something going on there. It's energy. It's sitting there. What I could have done as a Reiki master and what it taught me is to ensure that when someone's in situ, I don't allow them to get up and go quickly just because they feel they have to. So as a Reiki master, I have a responsibility to that person's balance when they come off the table. So that taught me that right then and there. I need to be a little bit more forceful when someone says, I got to get going. I got to get going. Yeah, you need to sit for 2 or 3 minutes with this and make sure that your energies are balanced enough in the bottom of your feet. And that goes back to your question, Mindy, about earthing and grounding. That person was really just needed to sit with that energy for a minute and come slowly down to the ground and allow that energy to be absorbed and shifted and moved to wherever the heck it needed to go. Okay? Our connection with the ground is really important.